Hello, I am Eli G. Brown / Eli G. Brony, and this is Exo Fireblaster. Exo Fireblaster is a villain that was captured by the Hero Factory a very long time ago, long before, well, probably long before even Stormer was created. He is one of the oldest villains in the known galaxy, and he was captured by the Hero Factory at some point in time. But of course, during the breakout, he managed to escape, and he is still on the loose. Now, I built this guy just using the parts that I had, no Bricklink orders involved. So there may be some sort of pieces that are off, though the end result was just simply what I could get from the parts that I had. So, what I did here was, well, for one thing, I don't have many of the main body pieces for the, what people call, Hero Factory building system for right now, but I'm sure that soon we're going to start calling it a different type of building system. Like maybe calling it the ball, skeleton, and armor piece building system. That's what I think it'll be. So this does use a main, the thinner main skeleton piece from the ball and socket skeleton building system, but it doesn't use a main body piece for that. Instead, it uses a Roxy foot at the front and a Inika foot at the back. These are single pieces. They are not of a pair, so I just decided to use the ones, I just use them for this that only required one of those pieces being used. Now, I didn't have much to go for the feet. I didn't have any of the black feet. Well, I do have the black Toa feet, but both ball sockets are broken, and I just could not use them. So, I had to go ahead and use the silver, what people call Hero Factory feet, okay? So just use those for this, even though there are no other silver parts on this model, but it kind of is hard to tell since it is a dark silver, almost the same as the dark gray that's used here. And I was trying to figure out exactly what head style to use. However, once I discovered once I realized about the fact that the Roxy feet needs to have a ball socket to be put inside of it in order for it to connect to anything, I just decided to have the head be connected from there. And I did originally, after doing that, put a 3-long size armor piece up on the ball socket where the head would normally be connected to. But then I realized, with this fire pack on the back, which I've had even before then, I decided to have that connect onto here from there instead. Now, I had these flame pieces and used them to fire out there. I only have 2. I could put a third one up here, but I don't have a third one. So I just used the 2 there. Okay. Now the arms are actually quite different from one another. You probably have already noticed that this uses Stringer's old weapon from the first series of Hero Factory, and it's connected to a first series version Hero arm. Just put that on there, because the weapon is flat enough to actually accomplish that, whereas with Stormer and Bulk's weapons, you have to put some other pieces on in order for it to fit onto the arm. However, I did not have another one of those arms in that color. But what I did have was one of these Abmatoran arms. Now, this one actually is from a pair, but sadly, the other one of the pair has the ball socket opening piece broken off slightly, so I have no use for that right now. I will try to come up with a use, hopefully. However, after I put the arm on, this arm anyway, and after doing the rest of the body, I did not particularly like how it was just flat like that. So I decided to put something on there to give it some bulk. And there we go. Of course, this arm would also be kind of flat and kind of skinny without the weapon here, so I guess the weapon is something that is really important for this. Now, I did have some different ideas for the head. Originally, I did have ideas to use the original Kanohi How in the black color, but I only have two in the black How, and both of them are used on models that I have up already. One of which being, of course, the Black Tahu MOC that I've done. If you haven't seen that video, look it up. I'm sure it's on my channel. And I also did a black Matoran, original Matoran that people originally called Tahunga. So instead, well, before I eventually decided on this, I decided to use the spray-painted Toa Hortika Vakama mask on this, and I actually did have plans on making this character be female, because I actually used custom feet that use Roxy heads on them, but I then just decided to switch to these feet, and then I also decided that I didn't like what head was used, so I just decided to switch over to a more X-ray type of look. I did think about using the original black Akaku for this, but then I decided to use the Nuva version of the black Akaku, since, well, I have it. And I did want to try to use a Toa Metru head onto here using red eyes, but the sticking out part of the Toa Metru eyes would just bump up against the back part right here, and the head would be sticking downward, and I didn't like that. So I just went ahead and used the original Toa Mata style of head. And that is about it. That is Exo Fireblaster, a villain character for the Hero Factory series. I am aware that this does use Bionicle parts on this, but this is a character that is meant for the Hero Factory universe. Has nothing to do with Bionicle at all, just has some Bionicle parts used on it. So that's it. I will talk to you again in my next video. I thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.